Aloha Hawaii, thank you for joining us again. My name is Randall, and I've had the great good fortune to be with some amazing people this semester. And although we keep it kind of out of a time frame of dates and times because we don't know when you're going to see our show, it's important to us that you know this does happen in a university setting, which we see as not against, but as an alternative to corporate media, which has a cookie-cutter approach, a one-size-fits-all approach to the news, to your lives. We don't go there. If you come with us, even on this one show, you will see very interesting people who have a passion for justice and freedom and telling the truth as far as we're able to see it. Today's show, which does sound a little like corporate media, has some element of recapping the semester. We've had a spectacularly successful semester working on Papaico Beach Mill access, clean elections, and many of the things that drive and passion our members. And we invite you to be with us for the last show of the semester, and aloha.
Should we do a name introduction? Let's start on the right side here.
I'm Jared, and I'm a student.
I'm Sister Cher from the THC Ministry, Roger Christie's partner.
Jennifer Ruggles, community member.
I'm Matt McNall. I'm a philosophy student.
I'm Noelle Rodriguez. I teach sociology at Hawaii Community College.
Niels Christensen. I'm a community member.
Corey French. I am a student.
I'm Saul, and I'm a very mature student. Well, immature.
There's talk.
There's talk. Well, there's the only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about, right?
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
Today we have a very special guest, the lifetime partner of a community member, a friend of the community, Roger Christie, Sister Cher. Please share whatever is on your mind about Roger Christie, what's currently going on.
Well, yesterday he was denied for the 5th time. So that means that, he's not going to be going out on bail. He's not coming back to our community. The trial is not until April the 26th, which is a very long time. And as I put in the newspaper, he is really being held as a political prisoner because it's, for them to let out rapists, people that are trafficking, human trafficking on Oahu, that murderers, that somebody's been downtown that's been offered bail. I mean, so it says a lot. The beautiful thing, if most people do know of Roger, is his spirit is so pure. I mean, someone said to me yesterday, oh, was it because he gave too much money to someone for a meal or for them to go to the hostel? Was that it? Oh, maybe it was that joint that they gave him for their backache, whatever that was. So he wanted me to say a couple things today. He was denied yesterday, and it wasn't as shocking. I was more numb than shocked this time. The 3rd time was pretty shocking. And he does have a lot of good, people that are behind him. The interesting thing is this prosecutor just asked for a week or two to be set aside because his wife was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's. And as much as my heart goes out to anybody, my brother was just diagnosed with lung cancer 2 days ago. And I know we have a movie that's called Run from the Cure, which is shrinking tumors using concentrated cannabis oil. And so, the more they're going to find, it reminds me as a child, the first time I ever heard about DNA. That's what I think about the cannabinoids of cannabis. The research is being done. It's incredible. It's coming up so fast. And yesterday, I put on Facebook that the European Union said blessings, the people feel blessed that prohibition is here for them, the gangsters. That's how they make their money. It's like, when are we going to see this? The larger picture of it. So, but you know, Roger's been studying. I have a book here that maybe you can zoom down on here. It's called Cannabis Soma Solution, and it's about world history, what's going on in the religious.
You got a tidbit, so.
Thank you. And I think that's what our defense is going for, is the religious defense. And a world, the things that are being discovered in different countries now, their histories, finding the cannabis in the tombs, and you know, it's just, let's give it up, this old way. It's just, it's kind of ridiculous. So what happened yesterday, the district court judge a month ago met the government burden of showing by clear and convincing evidence that no condition or combining of conditions will be resulted as a result of the safety of our community. So he is still, he considers a danger to our community. That's the biggest thing that's going on. And Roger almost feels it's like almost laughable. He can't hardly get mad at that, you know, because, yeah, like I said, you know, what was it that he gave too much money away to somebody that needed a meal? And the one of the things that he loves to quote from the Bible is, "Consider it a pure joy whenever you face a trial, testing your faith, because the testing of faith delivers preservation, and preservation must finish its work so that you may mature and complete yourself." And so, you know, he really is such a, I've never met a man such a pure soul as Roger. I've never seen him mean, I've never seen him ugly with anyone. And for them to say that he is a danger to community, it's, you know, I just wrote one thing about it, is that as it's this, it's zero clear conviction, because it's like, you know, it's my opinion, the government has bared false witness and lied to the courts, to the people of the USA, by the words and intentions, fakers of justice. That's what I'm calling it, fakers of justice for this whole situation. You know, we're looking forward to our day in court. We're looking forward to it. We want to end prohibition, and we feel that, you know, we're actually having our own debates. It was on High Time magazine against Roger. You know, people, Normal, did a whole thing saying, how dare you go against with religious aspects. You know, we're trying to get it legalized through marijuana, cannabis. And so it's interesting. We've already had our court system between our cannabis community, worldwide community, talking about religion rights, talking about medical marijuana, talking about just, you know, free the herb, you know, this medicine that we consider our sacrament. And
I have a question.
Yeah.
How did he give up his right to speedy trial, or did they force him?
That hasn't been, that's not real clear to me to even answer you.
Because I wonder, like, how much time they have to keep him in there, because you have a right to speedy trial.
I heard that the Sixth Amendment,
Yeah.
that somebody is working on, one of the Green 14 is working on that right. You know, we have some people that are trying to help in different places, but it's you know, the thing is a lot of people that were witnesses and people that want to help, they're so scared, and you can see why. Even now, some of the Green 14, some of them are going to probably testify against us.
Right.
So,
That's what they
you know,
do.
that's you know, to me, there's love and fear, and so people are working on they're going on the fear base instead of the love of looking at the larger picture. And you know, that's how people break down. Different countries and different governments break people down by their being fearful. So people need to be brave. This is time. This is not about religious rights. This is about human rights.
Absolutely. I want to respond to this because I see the issue very strongly, one of, like every generation